I'm currently the president of the club. I've been president for over, I keep saying 12 years, but it's probably longer than that now. I was involved in the junior club as the chairperson, and in those days the junior and the senior club were actually quite separate organisations. And so when I became involved in the senior club, because my boys had all moved up, I then became president, and we moved to join them together, so it's much more united and not duplicating all the efforts of volunteers, and so that's been very successful. I think we've grown very successfully. We've always focused on what we could do better and what we could improve, and been open to feedback, and try not to focus on the things that are outside our control. I think we've developed a really strong club of loyal, talented members, not just players, but administrators, coaches, managers, umpires, and we seem to we go from strength to strength every year, so it's been very enjoyable.
And John, your current involvement with the club?
I'm a life member, and I'm a passionate spectator on the side. You probably hear my booming voice around the field when I'm here for key games, and Dinah is kind enough to invite myself and Paula, who is foundation member for the women, up for key events. So we fly up and enjoy our time here. Can I just follow up on what Dinah said about the junior club? I think that's been one of the hallmarks of Howick Pakuranga. When we first started, we decided we would have a junior team as early as we possibly could. I think it was in the first year we ended up having a junior team. And in the second year we had two. We realised then we had a number of schools springing up, new ones. Edgewater was just a year or two old at that stage, and there was some plans for a college called Maclean's, and there were others that were not yet to be. Howick was there as well, just new. So we thought it's really important to do something for those schools. So we focused on juniors, and as it happened during that time, we had a young man called Shima Kesha who I'd sort of noticed around the university, and I played hockey against him, and I was trying to convince him to be involved. Eventually he said yes. So he came and played for our top team, and he had a passion for helping juniors. So he picked up the juniors' reins, and that was a really, really good move. At that point, and a whole other group of people that joined to help as well, the junior section just grew out of sight. And we had, I think, within 2 years, over 200. And too many to manage, so eventually we needed to actually, that's where the separation happened. We needed to have enough people to actually run the junior section. We didn't want the same people to be involved in all of that and spreading themselves thin. So we delegated as much as possible, and the junior section just grew. And I remember one of the sad things about that time was people used to come to me and say, look, that club, we won't mention the set clubs around Auckland, they stole our best junior. And I simply responded by saying, that's natural, and it might be the best thing for the young player. They might get better coaching, they might get a better environment to develop in, and our job is simply to keep producing. Eventually we're going to have a premier team which everyone will want to be a part of. So don't worry so much about who's leaving, and we don't have to blame the other clubs for poaching our players. We just produce good young players. So we kept doing that, and Shima and his team were a really key part of that.